Good morning, Kentuckiana. It is 6 a.m. and today, Louisville, today is your day. It's 5-0 Tuesday this morning from the backside of Churchill Downs. Horses are exercising right now as Dawn at the Downs continues. It's a great opportunity to get out there and enjoy the track, especially before some kind of sticky weather later on today. Gabe is there now enjoying it all. He's going to have more on what's in store for today in about 2 minutes. First, though, we do say good morning to you, Kentuckiana. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman, and you're right, Gabe has the choice time of the day to be out at the track because, as we'll get to our meteorologist Danielle Moss, she's going to tell us that really this afternoon, not looking too good to be outside, Danielle.
It is not looking too good to be outside, unfortunately, Jim and Grace. So we are tracking a lot of heavy rain and some stronger thunderstorms as well. Here is a look at our satellite and radar. There's severe weather already working in Oklahoma. You can see there is a severe thunderstorm warning, a tornado warning, 2 other severe thunderstorm warnings off into Texas. This is a severe thunderstorm watch. Heavy rainfall has already moved through St. Louis, but there is another convective system that is headed our way. So a lot of active weather happening right now, and unfortunately it is on the way to us. Good news is we are hoping that some of these storms will weaken just a little bit, but we have a lot of threats to discuss. Here is a look into Jeffersonville this morning. It is cloudy, but it's humid and it's warm. 73 degrees with 64% humidity, so it feels a little bit sticky out there. As you take a look at our severe weather outlook for today, we are in a level 3 for strong to severe weather, and unfortunately there is a long time frame. So from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., just go ahead and be weather aware. High winds and hail will be our main threats. Make sure you are weather aware. Let's time it out just a little bit for you. We won't start to see that rainfall until early afternoon, right around lunchtime, and that's going to allow daytime heating to play a big part in these storms as they roll through. Then around 2 p.m., this first convective system will be rolling through, and then we get a little bit of a break. But still, whenever we see these break apart thunderstorms, some of those could be very impactful. I'll time out the rest of your day coming up a little bit later on in the newscast.
Thank you very much, Danielle. Happening today, Mayor Craig Greenberg will join other city officials and representatives from Churchill Downs to detail this year's traffic and safety plans for Kentucky Derby 151. They're likely going to review best practices for getting to the track and drop-off and pickup sites, along with what you can bring and can't bring into the Downs. We're going to hear from them this morning at 10 o'clock.
5-0 Tuesday is, of course, back at Churchill Downs. And today it's not just about the races, it's about our community.
Exactly. Churchill Downs is putting a spotlight on the people who make Louisville great and at a pretty great price, too. Gabe Gonzalez is live on the backside for us this morning with all those details. Gabe, good morning.
Hey, good morning once again, Jim and Grace. Yeah, Grace, you said it very good at the top of the show. It's a day for you. 5-0 Tuesday today. It's a day to celebrate Louisville, its people, and what makes this city so special. The event is in its 3rd year, and this year we are honoring one of Louisville's most iconic people, Muhammad Ali. Now, Churchill Downs says it plans to honor and local leaders who embody his principles of courage, compassion, and confidence. And again, today, all about the locals. Admission is just $5 for today's races, and gates open up at 11:30 this morning, and the first race starts at 12:45 in the afternoon. You can also get out here early for Dawn at the Downs, which is where we are right now, from 6:45 to 10. Parking is free in the yellow lot. Now we have a lot more details on a lot of the special days here at Churchill Downs and at the track in the next hour of GMK. And I will say it is a little humid out here. It's a little windy as well. So if you're going to come out here, maybe bring a jacket, cover up just to, stay a little bit warm and be safe. Jim, Grace.
Great advice, Gabe. Thank you. GMK is going to be live at the backside all week starting tomorrow in our rain jackets and our ponchos, trash bag over the hat. Jim and I are out there tomorrow. We'll have the latest on the horses and what's going down at Churchill Downs. It starts at 5 a.m. right here on WHAS11.
Not everybody can go to a Taylor Swift concert. Not everybody can go to a Super Bowl. They're hard tickets to come by, and when they are, usually the pricing comes along with it. And that's pretty much the case with the Kentucky Derby these days.
That is Churchill Downs spokesperson Darren Rogers speaking to us earlier this month about the continued rise in prices for Kentucky Derby tickets. It comes as the cost for Derby tickets is going up again this year, with Churchill Downs leaning heavily into some of those luxury ticket packages. In 2023, an uncovered box seat in section 115 would cost you around $4,200. This year, that same seat is going for more than $7,000. Some longtime Derby goers tell us that the higher costs are leaving them feeling priced out.
We've been seeing locals sort of priced out for many years.
It's going to be us not if it keeps going up the way it is. We can't afford it, just the two of us. Our friends just said, my job is shaky. He's retiring. We are not buying Derby tickets.
Broadwater Long and her husband Craig, who say that their price of their Oaks and Derby box, which is now part of the clubhouse area, has spiked about 30% in just the last couple of years. Economic experts at U of L point to inflation as being partly to blame for the price hikes. Churchill Downs CEO Bill Karstingen says that they've seen a demand decline for some of those lower cost tickets. Churchill Downs does still expect a comparable turnout to Derby 150.
Kids are now going to need a chaperone at Festiville on the waterfront, and specifically the Chow Wagon. It's a new policy change after the Kentucky Derby Festival reports cases of violence among unaccompanied minors. Police say about 100 to 150 minors were yelling, running, taunting other groups, and climbing over fences to avoid entrance procedures Sunday night. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office said 4 young people were detained. One of them was arrested and charged with assaulting an officer. KDF's Amy Boyd says they've seen this issue get worse in recent years.
Like, you can't have the adult drop you off. They actually have to come here and come into the venue with you and stay with you. And if you were to drop off or anything like that, that's against the policy. So we're hoping nobody does that. We're hoping everybody cooperates because we want everybody to be able to attend our events and enjoy them.
The issue forced KDF to close the Chow Wagon early on Sunday. Minors now have to have someone 21 years old or older with them. One adult can chaperone up to 6 kids, and they are going to check IDs at the gate.
Some more local news now. A woman charged in a deadly shooting in the Highlands is expected in court today. Police say they arrested Lanisha Blakely yesterday for the shooting on Baxter Avenue and Bardstown Road that happened back on April 20th. Bryant Johnson was shot in the leg and later died at the hospital. Blakely is also accused of assaulting another person in that same area. She's charged with assault and murder. She's due in court this morning at 9 a.m.
A judge set the bond for a woman accused of assaulting a nurse at U of L Hospital at $10,000. 35-year-old Mykesha Johnson appeared in court yesterday. Court documents say Johnson, a patient at the hospital, was caught on surveillance footage choking a nurse during her rounds Saturday. Johnson admitted to the assault, saying she was angry the hospital staff was taking too long to discharge her. She's charged with assault, wanton endangerment, and menacing. She's due back in court next Tuesday.
And we now know the name of an officer who shot a man this weekend. According to the LMPD, it was Sergeant Christopher Pettigo who shot 55-year-old Daniel Gish. Now, it all happened around 10:30 Saturday night on Lincoln Avenue in the Camp Taylor neighborhood. Police say they were responding to a call of an intoxicated man who fired a shot into the floor. When officers arrived, they say that Gish was standing in the doorway with a gun to his own head. Gish was told to drop his gun by police, and when he did not, Sergeant Pettigo shot Gish in the arm. Pettigo is now on paid administrative leave, and the LMPD says that Gish remains in the hospital where he is expected to recover. His charges are pending.